Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Denver Broncos taking on Joe Burrow and the Tennessee Titans.
A terrific night for football as EA Sports takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in the capital city of Denver, Colorado. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing.
Combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense set to go behind their quarterback in his second season now from Missouri, Charles. It's Drew Lock.
What a roller coaster for Drew Lock from the NFL draft until the end of his rookie season, because on draft night he thought he might go in the first round. Ended up going in the second, and then didn't get to start with the Broncos until near the end of his rookie year. But the Broncos did go 4-1 in those games, and he played very well, working on his agility and his pocket presence in the offseason. And I love how the Broncos upgraded around him in order to give him more weapons.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Now it's Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, it's Lock. This pass complete to Reynolds. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
Carson on the carry.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Locke. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. On first down, Locke to the right side and complete to Hurst. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we? We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. The left side throw complete to Adams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it? It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little. That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Carson, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. And Adams has it complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 13 yards out. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Good throw there. And I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season. You can tell he put the work in the offseason. And what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Benjamin on the return.
So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in April. From LSU, it's Joe Burrow. And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early,
We're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. That's complete to John Ross. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Burrow,
the first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Intercepted.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. He gives it off to Carson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On 2nd and 12, Lock. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Lock now on first down. Now Lock, he lost the football. It's out. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Titans, nothing.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Carson. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
And the ball carrier.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Chris Godwin there to make the grab. And the Broncos push further out in front.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, two-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
1st and 10. At their own 30.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Harris on the coverage.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Taylor. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Williams on the
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
There on the tackle.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Loss of 6 on the
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says
that he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Devontae Adams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
For the extra point.
Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Block now on 1st down. Slant to Adams. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Hayden Hurst there to make the grab. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Titans first down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, going for Jefferson down. And this is caught inside the 5.
Burrow's pass.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that could alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the defending champs, the Eagles, who got the win on the road. 31-28, the final score. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. 31-23, the final score. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. 28-16, your final. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
2nd and 2.
Again, it's Taylor. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. On first down, Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Now left side on the swing pass. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 20.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A gain of 37. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
The Titans were #1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's first and goal. Now Burrow. Flush to his right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They run it with Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
First down, Titans.
First down. Here's Burrow. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
A loss of 9.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Good time sack.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to look real.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Chase Claypool with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Lutz good on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Denver Broncos.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
wk1 Smith in on the tackle.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it'll be Titan football. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
He's brought down.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now Taylor. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Titans. John Ross, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, the good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
On the carry.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high.
And I think the ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Josh Reynolds. That's good for a Denver.
Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
He was covered by Denver.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Carson, the ball carrier.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Lock. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st down, Tennessee.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the draw is Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line. They try again with Lewis. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
The third down.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On second down now. It's Carson, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at about the 43. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On second down, it's Carson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Chris Carson, 26 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
So now the Titans down by 7, and time, a huge factor. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Got a man open. It's Ross. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Will Lutz lining up for
solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Drew Lock once again leads the Broncos out. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back, and now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A quick pass here to Godwin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They'll run on first down. Carson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Down at the 17-yard line.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming from the left hash. This from 34. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
At the 20,
they'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and get.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Titans.
John Ross. Touchdown, Tennessee.
A great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Tennessee, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time.